What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. This is another episode of Rickle Me Pick, episode number 9. Hey, man, this is coming off the first week of episode 1 of season 5. I wanted to try to get out here on Tuesday. That obviously didn't happen, but you know what I mean? I had to get out here this week. Had to get up on here, man. So, we could talk this episode 1. We could, break that down, go over, the what and what nots of that. And then we got the cold open for episode 2. We got like a minute of the cold open for episode 2. We're going to play that at the end just in case they try to flag us for it. We're just going to go ahead and play it at the end. But, we got a good show, man. It was a great episode. Obviously new characters were introduced. The storyline continued. But overall, man, it was just, it was a great event. It was a great episode. It was a great week building up to it. And we're officially here. The season is underway, 10 episodes, and it's definitely started off with a bang. So before we get into that, you know what I mean? We're just going to go ahead, welcome everybody. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody that will tune in. Everybody that watches, shares, subscribes, follows. I appreciate all y'all, man. Tomorrow is episode 2, so I'll be coming out, on Tuesday with the following episode. Like I said, I came at this one a little late this week, but we here, and that's all that matters. So let's get right into this. Like I said, episode 5, season 5, episode 1, Mort dinner, Rick Andre. Now this was a crazy one right off the jump, man. You know what I mean? Right off the jump of the episode. You see Rick coming in, halfway dead, Morty driving, flying past this monster in an area where it looks very, very similar to where they, had the death crystals. But obviously these aren't death crystals because they're not showing the deaths. These are just showing different dimensions. So they're obviously they're, some type of, different type of crystal. But, the more we get into the episode, here we go. So Morty's getting them up out of here and stuff like that. He knows they're about dead, so he goes ahead and calls Jessica up, starts spilling his emotions to Jessica, and in doing so, she was just like, "Yo, like, you should have just been told me this because we could have worked something out, but you never said nothing to me, so that's on you." So he was just like. At this point, Morty was like, "Oh, fuck it, man. Like, we gotta talk to Jessica and shit like that." So they linked up a date. He ends up saving Rick, crashing into the ocean, just to come to find out that Rick got a nemesis, Mr. Nimbus. You see him right here. He says his name several times. Definitely became an icon, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he stepped on the scene. So as the episode goes on, Rick got this nemesis, you know what I mean? They got history. So now he's coming to the house. So Rick has this Narnia portal that he puts some wine in. You know what I mean? He puts it in there so it could age. And here comes Nimbus. He pulls up to the house. They have their exchange. He starts, doing his thing, how he can flee. He can control the police. Nimbus controls the police. So as you can see here, he had them fight, fuck, and flee. Right? So the entire time that Rick has his whole little spill with fucking Nimbus, Morty is going back and forth in this Narnia portal. And every time he goes in and out of it, it's like a decade. So as you can see here, the wine that they just put in that he came back to get has already been aged for decades, through this Narnia portal. So as the episode goes on, as you can see, Morty is just going through this portal, and every time he goes, it's aging. So when Hoovy went through the portal, it was like 10 to 15 years when he came back. So his unborn son is born. His wife was killed. The house was never finished being built. So out of vengeance, his unborn son, who is now born, Japheth, ends up killing him and creating this historic timeline for Morty to be, just idolized as this demon child that comes through the portal. So you can see J-Pit, you know, he's older here now. You know, he dies. He got his kids with him. His kids are older. You know, his kids, you know, end up killing, you know, one of them. You know, they got a sorcerer who wants to take over. All in the meantime, Morty's only been gone for like 5 minutes, you know, at most. He left to go, you know, grab some ammo, and he came back. So decades and decades and ages have passed, and they're all idolizing Morty to be this demonic person. In the meantime, Rick's still dealing with Nimbus. You know, they're working out a treaty between land and water, because by Morty crashing into the ocean, he broke the treaty, you know, they had between land and water. And right before they can get this to happen, you know, Morty ends up getting attacked by Adam. Adam is like the fifth grandchild of Hoovy, you know what I mean, throughout the decades. And you can see him fighting, you know, and training in like the X-Men type of, like an X-Men type of, what was it called? The Danger Room. And that was actually quoted by Jeff Loveness. And he said, like, this whole scene was actually, you know, taken from the X-Men's Danger Room, because, you know, everybody that knows X-Men during the 90s and stuff knows that's where like some of the most epic battles happen and stuff like that, you know, like between the X-Men. And that's what this whole scene was made out to be as they're training Adam. So now you see he's ready to go. He goes through the portal. He's coming for Morty. The whole time they go through this battle, they end up Jessica ends up killing Adam, getting sucked through the portal. You know what I mean? Morty has to go save her now. So as you can see, you know, they got the time, you know, time has progressed like ages. While Jessica was in this, you know, while Jessica was trapped in time, like ages had passed by to where, you know, man created robot, and then robot killed man, and, you know, robot advanced in super technology. So now they, like they said, like Rick says, they got like the cyberpunk bird type technology. So he thinks he's just going to come in and wipe him out real quick. That didn't work out. You know what I mean? So who comes to save the day? None other than Mr. Nimbus. Mr. Nimbus comes through, saves the day, does what he do. You know what I mean? You know, once they come back, you know, Morty tries to shoot a shot again with Jessica, but by this time, like, Jessica's been stuck in this, you know, this Narnia portal that she's been so like, she's like she's a time god. You know what I mean? She went through lifetimes. You know what I mean? So she's just like, nah, like, we're just gonna be friends, but this ain't the end of our story. You know what I mean? And as you can see here, you know, this is when, you know, she tells her story about when she was trapped in time. All in the meantime, everything, you know, worked itself out. Nimbus, you know, reaches his hand out to Rick, you know, for a peace treaty. And right before they can, you know, hash things over officially, Summer comes in with the shell that gives Nimbus his power. Nimbus sees he betrayed him, starts whooping Rick's ass. You know what I mean? Gets him fucking locked up by the police. Takes it to the end of the, you know, to the end of the episode, and he ends up smashing Beth and Jerry, or so we assume. End the episode, all right? So now that we got that out the way, you know what I'm saying? We got the old nitty gritty out the way. The episode was just, it was like perfectly written, man. And in my opinion, out of all 5 seasons so far, this has to be the strongest opening, you know, first episode by any means. It wasn't even a lot of comparisons, you know what I mean? But there was a lot of continuity in this episode. Let's see, we had the Mr. Beaver comparison from the Narnia portal. We had obviously the name, you know, My Dinner with Andre, a 1991 film right there. We had the portal itself, you know what I mean? That was described to be, you know, what the Narnia portal was when they, you know, here we got the 90s event, the X-Men Danger Room, you know, where the epic battles took place, like we said. Here's a good one. So Nimbus, right? When you take Aquaman, all right, and then you add a little bit of, you know, Prince Namor the Submariner, both one from Marvel, and you get one from DC, right? Submariner, Aquaman. That's how you come up with a, you know what I'm saying, a god like Nimbus here. So Nimbus was actually created off the idea of Aquaman and Namor, and then boom, put it together, gave him a name, and you got the king of the ocean right there. Name it is easily hands down that without question that. Hold up. Gotta find it. So yeah, it is without question that Nimbus is hands down the character of the episode, man. You know what I'm saying? Where's his moves at? Look at the moves. Look at the moves on him. Can't be mad at a man like that. Any man that come in to save the day with moves like that, you can't be mad at him, man. Look at him. So Nimbus, of course, is going to be the favorite character. Now, there was a couple other comparisons. They had the when Morty and Jessica, walked into Rick's room, as Rick was talking about Nintendo 60, or they brought up Nintendo 69, which was a reference to the Nintendo 64, and even that joke that he had with Nimbus when he was talking about all he does is, eat. What does he say? Eat ass. Right?
All I do is eat ass and 69 Nintendos, bro, every day.
All I do is eat ass and 69 Nintendos, bro, every day. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. That's the lifestyle you want to live, man. That's the lifestyle you want to live. But here's a good one, man. So we did have a comparison. So there was a mention of when they were talking about the peace treaty, there was a mention of Rick smashing a mermaid right here. Oh, wait. Yeah, right.
I've already been to war with Atlantis when I D-dayed that mermaid puss. I knew that was you.
So that actually is a continuation from one of the episodes. Can't think of the name of the episode right now, but they actually mentioned it at the end of the episode. It was the Tales from the Citadel episode with the evil Morty. At the end of that episode, when Rick and Morty come back from Atlantis, they're actually talking about how he slept with a mermaid. And I actually got it right here.
Yeah, Atlantis, baby! That was amazing. You got some of that mermaid puss. I'm really
So that scene right there is what led to the scene prior.
I've already been to war with Atlantis when I D-dayed that mermaid puss. I knew that was you.
So that's what that sequence led to this sequence here, which I thought was just fucking hilarious. And like I said before, man, for those that don't know who Nimbus is, he is the king of the ocean, as well as he controls the police.
He's a Summer. He's Mr. Nimbus. He controls the police.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Jerry. So Summer is the one that he trusted. You know what I mean? He sent Summer down to Atlantis to go find the shell. And then when she came back with it, she actually ended up fucking everything up because they were going to have a treaty. But when Summer came back in with the shell, she ended up blowing the shell and making Nimbus stronger. And the only thing I could think of the entire time was,
can it be? It is the conch signal from the adventures of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
That's the only thing I thought of the whole time when she came in and blew that damn shell. But Nimbus is exactly what Rick is not. Rick is this self-centered, depressed, lacks motivation, unhappy person. So whereas Nimbus is happy, Nimbus loves himself. Nimbus knows exactly who he is, and the fact that him and Rick at one time were friends and now we're at nemesis, he's the only. It shows in this very first episode, he's the only one that's been able to really get to Rick and touch Rick, you know what I mean, on a person-to-person level. Beth hasn't even really been able to get to him like that. I mean, the only one I really seen him attached to like that probably was like Gaia. He was building that relationship with Tony before Tony got killed. So, but Nimbus is the only one that we actually see that there's confirmation that they have a past. You know what I mean? They talk about Diane, which it's confirmed now that Diane is officially the name of Beth's mother and Rick's ex-wife who was killed. However, the storyline that Rick gave where she was killed in the garage was fabricated. You know, and Rick made that shit up. You know what I mean? So we actually still don't know what happened to Diane, but we do know now that her name is Diane. And hold on, I had something, man. I had something while we were still on the topic of that. Oh yeah. And the fact that he calls him Richard. This is the first time we've ever heard him being called Richard. So that actually brings up a question too. Being that Nimbus does know him, you know what I mean? He knows Rick, you know what I'm saying, from way back. Is Rick's name, you know, is it really Richard? Did he change his name to Rick? You know what I'm saying? Like it's very interesting being that Nimbus is so close to him and the creators love Nimbus. I would expect sometime before, I'm not going to say this season, but I'm going to say I expect sometime before the end of this show, before they close out Rick and Morty, that Nimbus will come back in some type of major way. We talked about how Rick fucked the mermaid. Oh, this episode happened to be the longest screen time for Jessica. Yeah, Jessica has never been on an episode this long. So shouts out to Jessica, you know what I'm saying? She gets a major applause for that. You know what I mean? Ooh, here's a good one. I know y'all caught this one, right? So when Nimbus and Rick were at the table and they were first hashing things out and Morty was bringing the wine, he was like, I like your other one better. What was his name? Kyle? So that brings up some more red flags right there. Like, okay. So before Morty, there was a Kyle. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as Morty started bringing up the question about it, Rick just shut him down real quick and told him to go get some more wine. So I'm curious, if we'll ever find out who, and you know what I'm saying, who was Kyle and what was his relation to Rick. That's one I am curious about. Rick made the comment, why does everybody go cyberpunk bird? That's a nod back, that's a possible nod back to the end of last season when Phoenix Person turned basically cyborg. You know what I mean? In the beginning of the episode, where they had like the little time crystal things, they actually had, on top of like Blade and like a few other dimensionals of Rick and Morty, they actually had Doc and Morty, the original, screenwrite that, later on turned into what we have now. It's Rick and Morty. And if you're a fan of Rick and Morty, this is Dan Harmon's work. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty and you love the show, I advise you not to go back and watch this one. Because it's pretty rough, man. But it did lead to what we have today. So, that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? And it was in the Rick Shank Redemption, man. That's where Rick gave the bullshit backstory in the Rick Shank Redemption. So you can go back to that one and check it out, man. Let's see. Jerry references Gaia, when he talks about, how he fucked the planet back on Children of Mort last season. They obviously Beth and Jerry are still seeing Dr. Wong because they reference her several times, as well as, they mentioned that they watch pornography together, if y'all didn't know. But on top of that whole sequence of them still going to Dr. Wong and then being, they said that a positive sexual towards each other, and the fact that they watch pornography together, that's what actually led to, what gave it that smooth lead to the end of the episode where they end up sleeping. Well, we assume they slept with Nimbus, which he also referenced when Jerry said, "Don't tell Rick, he's not going to understand." Nimbus also referenced, "Yes, he will," as soon as he dropped his gown. So, is he talking about, at one time, him and Rick were smashing? I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Rick be getting fucked up and doing some wild things. So who knows, man? He might have smashed Nimbus or the other way around. I don't know, man. But we lost a few people in this episode, man. We lost a few people. We lost Hoovy, the original horse dog person out of the Narnia dimension. We lost his son Adam. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost his son Japheth, who then we lost his son Bova, who then we lost his son Adam. Adam is the one that finally ended up coming back and trying to kill Morty. So we lost 4 people, man. But out of all 4 people, the only one I care about that we lost is number 5. And that was Nimbus the Squid, bro. Mr. Nimbus Squid, he was just chopping it up on the table, just chilling, minding a little business, and it ended up getting a bullet to the dome piece, man. So we're going at this point in time, man, we're just going to go ahead and, give a little shout out, and a little RIP, little moment of silence, whatever you be, to the ones we lost in this last episode. So let's go ahead and get to that, man. Man, you seen him, man. I know y'all seen him. Hey, shouts out to man. What up, man? You know what I'm saying? I see you, my boy. Yeah, I know y'all seen that, Mr. Squid took a bullet to the dome piece right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Accidentals, you know what I'm saying? What was that? He was just, he was just a pedestrian, in the wrong place at the wrong time, man. You know what I mean? Gun violence, bro. Gun violence. Took him out. Too young, bro. But the one right there at the end, I forgot to mention that one too. So that time when Adam died and he went to that time zone where they had that time bird that ended up killing him that he would call Mother. That's actually a nod. That's actually a nod to Adventure Time. So on my Adventure Time, you know what I'm saying? On my event, this one right here. So this bird right here, right? The time bird that ends up killing Adam, which was, he called it his mother. That's actually a nod to Adventure Time's Cosmic Owl. You know what I mean? So anybody that's, a fan of Adventure Time, shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look at this dope-ass picture right here. Shouts out to Mark Chilcott. You know what I mean? If you don't follow him, follow him. He did this reanimation Mr. Nimbus and shit. Yeah, that shit clean as fuck, bro. So shouts out, shouts out to Mark Chilcott for that one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out. What it is and what it do. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is and it do what it do, baby. But so we've come to that point in the episode, man. And I know I'm ready for it. I know all the Rick and Morty fans are ready for it. And we got that cold open to go ahead and play. You know what I'm saying? So at this point in time, go ahead and, if you haven't already, take a seat, take a sip. And if you would, go ahead and keep the noise down as we get into this. You know what I'm saying? Where we at?
Please shut up. Please shut up.
So without further ado, let's play this cold open. Let's go. God damn, bruh. Yo, that's like the first 30 seconds of the episode. So obviously we know that they're being hunted. I'm mad, bro. I wanted to see that mission that they were going about to go on talking about. They was about to go kill God. They said they was about to go kill Christian God. Like they had a whole mission set up before they got taken out. I'm curious. I wanted to see what the fuck that one was, but obviously, Rick's being hunted. We don't know if it's Beth that's hunting him. Is it? I don't know. I mean, Tammy's dead. Phoenix Person's in the garage, the last that we know of. Is it? But is it the Federation that's coming after him? Or is it just somebody else that Rick pissed off? Like, because like he said, you know, he pissed off so many fucking people. You know what I'm saying? God damn. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. I got something for that right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do it. We got to do it right.
God damn! Thanks, noob. This guy gets it.
You know what I mean? So, hey, man, make sure that tomorrow, all right, Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern time, not Western time, because if you're Western time, you're going to miss it. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the Midwest, you're going to miss it. You know what I mean? So, man, you know what I'm saying? Out there, you know what I'm saying, in Texas, 11 p.m. Eastern time, because if you watch it out there, you know, past the time, you're going to miss it. You know what I mean? So, 11 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you tuned in. Adult Swim. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's going to be. Episode 2, Season 5. The episode is called MortyPlicity. You know what I'm saying? Play off the word of the movie Simplicity. Movie is good. I mean, the episode will be called MortyPlicity. So make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you're there tomorrow. You already know I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a great episode. We're going to come back on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we're going to come back and we're going to chop this shit up and we're going to break down, you know what I'm saying, episode 2. We just showed the first 30 seconds of it. The first 30 seconds of it is straight fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? People already dying. They already killed a whole Smith family in 20 seconds of the episode. You know what I'm saying? So we need to find out who killed them, why they killed them. Straight up dead, bro. Straight up dead. You know what I'm saying? Straight killed them, man.
Oh! Damn you, Roger! Damn it! Damn you!
Dead. So that's what it is, man. So, hey, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody that will tune in. Make sure you share this. Make sure you subscribe to it if you haven't already done so. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you do all that. Make sure I got the my IG, you know what I'm saying, in the description. I got my Twitch in the description. Make sure you follow. Make sure you're doing all that, man. Hey, everybody, I hope you have, you know what I'm saying, a beautiful weekend. We will be back Tuesday. Like I said, Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern time zone. Episode 2, Season 5, MortyPlicity. Don't miss it. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure I promote it, do all that bullshit. But don't miss it, man. It's going to be a great affair. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody coming by. Can't wait to see y'all next week. You know what I'm saying? Going to have a lot to talk about, man. It's going to be a great episode. Oh, and we're going to have a special guest next week. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but we'll have a special guest next week. And that's what it is, man. Have a great week. Peace. I'm out. Let's go.